Kenya has become the second African country after South Africa for PayPal, the payment arm for the world's largest online marketplace, eBay, to partner with a local bank, allowing online shoppers to trade painlessly. The country's traders can now access 137 PayPal users, a milestone that is expected to unlock the untapped potential of e-commerce in Kenya.
Kenya is very good market. Our experience, based on our experience, we see that the market is growing very fast, the e-commerce market. We see a lot of startups developing solutions. This is a very innovative country. And the more people will develop product, services to connect the people, the merchants, the old merchants to the new market, they will contribute to this move, and I see very nice numbers in the e-commerce in Kenya. Of course, you cannot compare it to the mature market like the US or UK, but the growth rate is much higher.
Kenya seems to be the leader in Africa in terms of e-commerce, in terms of platform. And it's for that reason that PayPal has made Kenya to be the second country of choice in Africa after South Africa, and the first country in Sub-Saharan Africa to be enabled to be able to withdraw PayPal balances through bank accounts.
Official data from the Communications Commission of Kenya shows the country's total internet users increased by 41% to 16.4 million users by the end of March, largely driven by the high growth rate of mobile phone penetration. E-commerce in the country, though at less than 1% of all total trade, has gained impetus due to the accessibility of affordable internet and smartphones.
The Kenyan consumer is actually pretty sophisticated. So the fact that they had not done it before was because the services were not available. But the moment it was available, they didn't need a lot of convincing. They're engaging into it. They're testing the boundaries. They're testing, the limits of it. So we're seeing good uptake and strong uptake in that.
The trend that we have seen lately in Kenya is that Kenyan merchants and consumers would like to be part of the global e-commerce market. PayPal allows those merchants and consumers to be part of the global e-commerce market.
Gains made from the growth of e-commerce are expected to trickle down to banks. Equity Bank, the country's biggest bank by customer base, has the exclusive rights to the withdrawal service with PayPal, which allows Kenyans to make payment and receive money internationally without sharing their financial or personal information.
Banks have a huge role to play so that they can be catalysts to facilitating this trade, ensuring that after the buy and sell decisions have been made, the exchange of the monetary value or the execution of payment is seamlessly done. And the only way is then to digitalize bank accounts, balances, so that you could be able to effect, in the same way that the e-commerce buying and selling is being done by a touch of a button, you also ensure payment is completed by a touch of the button. And so what banks are doing is to position themselves to be the link, to link the e-commerce platform with the bank accounts and digitalize money so that it can effectively complete the transaction.
It breaks down the barriers. It makes banking and financial services to be borderless, to be wall-less, and really without restraint. And that's what the Kenyan consumers are latching on.
Besides PayPal, MasterCard has made inroads in Kenya, partnering with East Africa's biggest supermarket chain, Nakumatt, allowing customers to load money for purchase at point-of-sale terminals, as well as online transactions.
Their target market has moved from a few thousand people to potentially billions of people. So that's the trend, and it's beginning. We're beginning to see that uptake now, and our partners in terms of the banks and in terms of the merchants are beginning to latch on.
From now on, any merchant in Kenya, and this exists in South Africa, can sell cross-border, feel confident that he is going to get the money in 26 different currencies, and he can withdraw the money locally to the local bank and convert it to the local currency. So there's no barrier anymore.
PayPal aims to partner with local startups in the e-commerce space, which will not only create employment in Kenya, but also spur innovation in the country.
Kenya is a very innovative market. So I came from Israel. This is the startup nation, and we see a lot of innovation. And I was very surprised to see that this is very similar culture to here. I met a lot of startups here, a lot of young people that they are working very hard.